Hello and welcome to Opinions Plus. I apologize for if the audio is not so great. My mic seemed to have taken a hike. What little understanding I have, so I'm on the simple computer mic. Um, but this clip is focusing on military issues, I guess you'd say. In my estimation, they are foundational issues. It doesn't go to the element of your, why you do what you do, foundational, but socially, it's a foundational issue. And what I've heard recently, I have to speak up about the terrible comments that are made by this clown Trump towards the military, has made. And, you know, I'm a military guy. I served in Vietnam, and I went into the Marine Corps as a young man. Had many reasons to do that. But what I learned while I was there, when I got out, it's semper fi. There's a camaraderie. There's a purpose. The military is no just something you do. You putting your life potentially on the line. Yes, there's cooks, and yes, there's this, and there's admin people that serve all their time in the States, no threat to their bodies at all. But when you join up and you put your life on the line. Some put their lives on the line in a war zone, in a situation, but they all put their lives on the line. They're all subject to that end. What I've heard, and this last comment about General Milley, Mark Milley, his treasonous thing, he should be, of course that clown Trump doesn't say it, hang the guy. He always infers something or twists something. The guy is no good. Come on, you really, as a character, as a person, he's just, as a leader, he's no good. You all know that. And if you're a military man, I know that some of these military guys love the guy for some unknown reason. I have no idea why. I don't. I have no idea. I can't see a thing about that man that ingratiates me or should ingratiate anybody. I hope nobody grows up like him. Nobody grows up to be a man of cowardice who lied because he didn't want to go to Vietnam. He didn't even know where the hell Vietnam was. He doesn't know anything, doesn't care. He doesn't care, man. You know that. Everybody knows that. They pretend he cares because of some ideological nonsense that goes on in people's heads. But that's what we all do. We all have ideological nonsense that goes on in our heads. Are we perfect? No, of course we're not. But look at what this guy has said. General Kelly, former chief of staff, was there. When this clown wouldn't even go to honor the dead in World War II in France. Wouldn't honor the dead from World War I, World War II. And you got that Tuberville clown who doesn't want to promote, who's never served a day in his life in the military, doesn't know anything about it, says his father or grandfather served, so he's got it all down. Some damn football coach that thinks he knows the world, putting the national security at risk. These are the kind of people that are not good for us. Military should stick together. I don't mean, just okay, everybody agrees on one dude and that's it. Just General Westmoreland and what he did in Vietnam and others. Did they lose sleep for you? Do they shed a tear for you? Do they mourn your buddy's loss? No. If they did, it's a rarity. I know they don't lose sleep over it. But that's the code. I was an enlisted guy. I was not officer corps. And they're trained in a different way, I guess. But, you're all serving your country. You're all putting your life on the line. Look at the Ruskies who got the headquarters got hit by that missile from the Ukraine. Everybody puts their lives on the line. You're in a war, a potential war zone if you're not in a war. But these cowards who say things about John McCain, for example, a war hero who could have left prisoner of war in Vietnam, but didn't, because he wanted to use whatever influence he had to get others out, along with himself. He was tortured, humiliated, dehumanized, and this clown man, this clown, demeans John McCain. Says why? Because, he doesn't like prisoners of war. That man should be honored. And all the prisoners of war who stood up, who took it. Terrible, unbelievable pressures, sorrows. People who lost their lives, their limbs, their minds. And this guy puts them down. I don't want them in a parade. I don't want to show they shouldn't be there. I don't know how John Kelly, chief of staff, didn't punch the guy out. The man lost his son. And this guy said Trump said he didn't understand why anybody would do that. This is we elect these people into the highest office. They come from any old place. They're just human beings. They come from any old place, and they work their way up. Trump worked his way down the elevator, but other than that, everybody works their way up. You don't know what character they are, really. You don't know what their beliefs are, their strengths. Now, this guy Trump has shown so much weakness, so much cowardice. So many lies, my gosh. But this last thing with Milley, and even before that really, with McCain, that started me. But I had to speak to this to some degree. It's wrong. He's wrong. He's no good for us. And it's foundational. The military should understand that you need leaders that respect you. Respect your sacrifice. Don't listen to the clown stuff that comes out of their mouths. You know if they respect you or not. It's terrible. You're lost for words. It's a sorrow, but the military people have to stay together in this respect, this foundational respect. War is insane, and it's no damn good for anybody. But we're gonna have it, and you need warriors to fight war. And there's a certain kind of person that will stand up and fight and die and sacrifice for country, for family, for the things that value, foundational issues that should not be cheapened, humiliated, denounced. People have lost their, over the years. I mean, it's the same old story. It doesn't matter what war. But it's important. The whole thing is important to understand. And I didn't want to get upset. I didn't, but I mean, it's an angry thing. You have to be angry at that. Take care. If you like what you hear, if it has some value to you, then subscribe. If you don't, hit the like button if you like it. And pass it on if you will. But I had to say it. War is not good for anybody. It's a horrible thing. But you need people because war is not going away. It's part of humankind's DNA, apparently. It is not going away. Let's find out why. Change, use your keeping hope alive, going to the good, critical thinking. Keep all that going. Change it. Change the mentality. Become better. Become better.